Okay, so for this quick video, we're just going to go over how to add more than one object together to build a ship. So for this example, I'm just going to build a super duper duper simple X-Wing. So I'll go ahead and make this bigger, and I'll just go over adding more than one polygon to the ship. It's like there's my fuselage, for instance, and then maybe this is one of the um, engine things. So you can see I'm rotating it, and down there on the bottom, right here, it's showing me my rotation value, so I can just type in 90. And that'll lock that in for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it in place. So I'll go ahead and use this view. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of it. So I'm going to hold Shift and drag down and just make a copy. And then of course I'll go ahead and select these two by holding Control. Then I'll hold Shift and drag over, and that will make another copy of both of those. And you can see I'm just working with both of them with all four kind of at the same time. Okay, so that kind of gives me my super duper basic X-Wing idea. Right now, what you would probably want to do is go ahead and work off of these pieces and make your extra wings first, right? Like so, for instance, just as an example, I'm going to right click, convert to editable poly, grab my polygons, and then just extrude that out. Right, so now I actually have the proper X-Wing wing. So let me go ahead and do that little mirroring that again so you can see. So you can see how to mirror something across the other side. Okay, so I've got this guy right here, so that one's finished, right? So I'm going to go ahead and hit come over here to my modify tab, which is this the blue box with the little curve in the middle. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on my modifier list, and I'm going to type mirror. And then I would like to do it on Y, and that'll make a copy. Or it won't make a copy. It'll flip that one. So you want to make a copy first, but that's just how we're going to mirror it. So I'm just going to delete that from the stack. I'm going to hold Shift. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it again. Hold Shift, drag down. That duplicates it. Alt W. So I got them both selected. Then I hold Shift and drag. Put them in place again. There we go. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just mirror these. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this one. Drop down modifier list. Mirror. Wow, that was a mesh smooth. Whoops. Mirror. Click on mirror and hit Y. There we go. And then do the same thing with this one. Mirror and hit Y. Okay. Now what's interesting about this is if I click on this piece, I now have editable poly at the bottom. So if I want to go back down to work, it's going to shift what it looks like. So instead, I'm just going to go ahead and right click it again, convert to editable poly. Right click, convert to editable poly. Okay. So that gives me my basic idea of an X-Wing. Now these are actually going to be rotated, right? Like if you watch the movie, they're actually rotated a little bit. 22 degrees is what I went with there. to do... There we go. And you could do that first, then take them over and mirror them. You know, there's lots of ways to do it. But anyway, to actually combine these pieces together to make them the same, I'm going to go ahead and click on this guy. This one isn't editable poly yet, so I'm going to convert to editable poly. And then over here on this menu, over on the right side, we can see there's a button called Attach. So I'm going to click on Attach, and then simply click on each of those objects, and then uncheck Attach. So now if I go and I work on vertices or whatever, this whole ship is one piece. So I can work on everything at once if I wanted to. And that's it. That's how you combine pieces together. Pretty simple.